more than 60 years old inside Nigeria, especially with regard to Biafra. Now, we can talk about genocide, and unfortunately, what has occurred in Biafra in the late 1960s and so forth isn't the only case of genocide.
Please share the space. We only have 2.5 hours. Welcome.
Of the Biafran genocide.
Welcome,
so
my people.
Important is this: when the Jews suffered the Holocaust, Germany afterwards acknowledged the Holocaust. The ideology that led to Nazism became stigmatized. Yes, there are still Nazis today, but it is an ideology which is outside the realm of acceptable belief. The problem with genocide denial isn't simply a denial of fact, a denial of history. But when you don't acknowledge the genocide, then what you're actually doing is throwing a life raft to the ideology upon which that genocide occurred. So when you have someone like the late Muhammadu Buhari, whose hands were covered in blood from the events of the Biafra genocide, rise to the presidency of Nigeria without anyone acknowledging his role, that simply perpetrates and legitimizes that genocide. Now, when it comes to genocide denial, I also have this to say. When people debate foreign policy in the United States, one of the progressive slogans that we hear time and time again is no blood for oil. Well, I have a message for Alexander Stubb. No genocide for oil. Finland has been a disgrace. Stubb has kowtowed to Turkey at the expense of the Kurds, at the expense of other dissidents, for the sake of getting Turkey to lift its de facto veto for Finland's NATO membership. Now he's kowtowing to the Nigerian government by arresting Simon Ekpa for the sole reason of advocating against genocide and of providing, frankly, at this point, the only reasonable way forward given the actions of the Nigerian state. Now, we can't engage in wishful thinking, and unfortunately that has been the problem in the United States. I would argue that Europe is more engaged in a cynicism where they simply want Nigeria's oil, and let's be frank, it's not Nigeria's oil. It's Biafra's oil, the Delta region and so forth. The fact of the matter is they feel it's easier to have a relationship with a dictator, and they're going to look the other way. Never let the Europeans pretend that they stand as a representative of human rights when they act in such a cynical, racist, and way that is so contrary to life, liberty, justice, freedom, political rights. The fact of the matter is the Europeans need to be called out each and every day for that. Finland, especially. Now, I would go so far as saying Finland doesn't deserve the plaudits that so many people, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, tend to ascribe to Scandinavian powers. I would today argue that through its actions behind the scenes, by laundering the Nigerian government, by allowing, by cynically using this mantle which it had developed over decades as a protector of human rights, that Finland has become one of the most cynical promoters of human rights abuses, on par with Russia, with China, and with others. The only difference is Russia and China are much more open about what they're doing. Finland thinks they can have it both ways. Now, when it comes to the United States, however, the United States isn't blameless. We have two problems here. The first is the problem of the American perception of history. Whether you're Republican, whether you're Democrat, I don't care. And the fact of the matter is Biafra, like Cyprus, like India, should be a bipartisan cause. There's nothing partisan about freedom and liberty. And I say that as someone who personally is a Republican, but I was a Congressional Black Caucus Foundation fellow, working for the late Congressman Bill Gray, who was a Democrat. So I say this not just as wishful thinking, but someone who truly believes in the importance of principle and its triumph over cynical partisanship. But let's face it, both the Republicans and the Democrats have a problem, and American society in general, and that's our general ignorance of history. In our own political culture, whether it's a Republican coming in after years of Democratic power or a Democrat coming in after years of Republican power, there's a tendency to believe that history is only 4 or 8 years long, and that every president who enters the Oval Office or Secretary of State who enters that 7th floor of their office of the Dwight D. Eisenhower building in Foggy Bottom, that they can somehow have a tabula rasa, that the past doesn't matter. Well, let me set the record straight. The past does matter. The past can't be forgotten. And we wouldn't be here today if it weren't for repeated efforts to work within the system, only to be crushed by Nigerian corruption, Nigerian dictatorship, and Nigerian cynicism. And if I may, Nigerian religious animosity on the parts of some sectarian communities. Now, one problem, of course, is then that U.S. historical ignorance, and this is where it's so important for the Biafrans to really grab, to meet with Democrats, to meet with Republicans, not to meet and spend all those times meeting with those who agree with you, but actually concentrating their efforts on those who disagree. The fact of the matter is, Americans need an education in history, and they need an education in history quickly, because the price of American ignorance is going to be tragic and more killings in Biafra.
count our privilege. The one God which embodies the free shall always be our God of shines everywhere. We crave unity. God guide and protect us all the shielding us from danger on this time of night and night.
A minute silent to our fallen heroes and heroines. The time starts now. We honor our heroes in past and present, and we pray that their spirit continue to fight until Biafra sovereignty is restored. Ise, Ise, Ise.
Let us pray. For God in heaven, Almighty Creator, the ancients of the ancients, the maker of the heavens and the earth, you created everything that the mind of a living soul can imagine, but none created thee. That is why we say you are immortal, you are invisible, you are omnipotent. This very God that every generation who has ever had the grace of knowing thee have always testified to your goodness. That is the same God that we kneel and bow before. This God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help, even in this time of Janjaweed trouble, even in this time of Fulani rage and terrorism. Therefore we shall fear no evil. This IPOB shall fear no evil. Even if the whole world is against us, even if Britain intensifies their effort to cross this very light of hope in sub-Saharan Africa, even though they shake the mountains, even though the seas may rise, even though they may give all the weapons and ammunition to the zoological republic, no matter what they do, no matter how they foment their rage, it doesn't matter to us. For God, Chukokika Biama, is in the land of Biafra. We shall never ever be moved. This God of the ancients will help us now and forevermore. For Biafra shall come, and this Lord of hosts is with us. Chukokika Biama, the same God of Jacob, this same God of Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, this God that never abandons his people, this same God is our refuge.
And we proclaim it unashamedly that this God that we kneel and bow before, we shall worship thee, for Biafra is your promise. Your God is yea and amen. Instead of your word not to come to pass, heaven and earth will cease to exist. Upon this very hope we anchor all our belief that Biafra shall come in our time, and we pray that it come this very year, that your glory may be made manifest in the lives of men, that we may kneel and bow before thee. Nyahansoro tutola nsoporo na ijama na ibisi ala Chineke na nchekwu ihe niile ka otuto niile wee dịrị ya eze dị nsọ ugwu amawo mgbe ị na-ebighị ebi. Ise 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 na mmadụ gị Chineke.
Welcome, welcome everyone. All Biafrans, welcome to this BRGIE space that we are going to host for like 2 hours and 30 minutes because we have fundraising today. Welcome, 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 welcome our viewers, welcome our foreign listeners, welcome senior citizen Stella, welcome David the King, welcome Madam Key, welcome our original COS, Minister Amobi, Senior Citizen Bain, Minister Betty the Mama, welcome, Biafra Freedom, welcome, Biafra Liaison, welcome, Mr. Augustina, welcome, CEO is welcome, SNT Odogo, all of you, Ekabo, no, Memedio, Ekomdo, Chichi, all of you, Maziana, Ekomdo, Solomon, Ekomdo, Biafra Vision, Sister Oji, Ekomdo, Alozie, no, Freedom, Ekomdo, no, Emedio, Eyuche, welcome, oh no, Sam NZ, Dr. Free, sorry I didn't see the other one, the second name, Onyeju, GNK, no, Ekabo, Emedi, welcome, Adams, welcome, Emeka, Ochendu, Chuku, Onome, Nwabu, Ekabo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone. What is important is that we are happy to see all of you in BRGIE space once again. Yeah, please do us just that one favor to share the space because we are not going to stay long in the space. Our fundraising is today. But it has become a norm that we have to, gather Biafrans together and then we laugh out our sorrows and our pain and continue to encourage one another. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to appreciate our leaders in chains. We appreciate you all in Finland and in Nigeria. We believe that one day that the Lord will set you free. One day those that are putting you in captivity will release you. And we Biafrans, we will unanimously work together to make sure that you regain your freedom. I want to appreciate our APM, the Punisher. Thank you, sir, for all that you've done for Biafrans. You are the reason why we are here because you accepted to, you accepted the mantle to continue to push forward. You continue to build on the structure from our leaders. We say thank you for all the insults you received and then you waved them away because you were focused. Thank you all the cabinet members that are here present. And above all, we cannot forget our boss, the Okokondem of our time, Honorable Sonny Akbarawa. We say thank you so much for this opportunity you've given to us to be hosting space and talk to Biafrans. We love you. Yes, so we love you and we pray that God will continue to guide you. And a special prayers for our original COAs. He doesn't leave us behind. Once the space is on, Bagam, he will be the first minister after Mama Betty. He will join to encourage us. He always join to speak to Biafrans. Minister Love is always here. Maybe she will join later. Minister Okay. All of them, the nucleus of BRGIE today. We appreciate all of you. We say, God continue to bless you. Yes, so we have to be very, very snappy because of time. Thank you so very much. We are still in the moment of Christmas and pere pere. Where is MID? Hey, I've not seen MID. Oh, I hope he's okay. Yes, so we are still celebrating the victory of 18 September 2025 in Capitol Hill. And that is why we still have this topic there. Please, I don't know anyone that will stay for a very long time. Please, I would need a two co-hosts. I don't know the duration we want to stay. So please, if you are free and you stay till the end of the space, just 2 hours 30 minutes, kindly notify me so that I can send the invite to you. Thank you so much, because you know how internet behaves. Thank you so much. Yeah. So the topic says, what exactly is a congressional briefing, and why it matters. We have a restriction in the number of words to type here. So why it matters for Biafra. So I just had to change to, let me just put 4 here. I think we can still understand. So, and why it matters for Biafra. So it's only A's that is out there because of space. Yeah, it still makes sense. So that is why we've gathered here, because each time we hold a space, we go through the comment section and we see genuine comments from genuine Biafrans. And you have to just pick and know that people still long for information, people still long for clarity. Not that they are sabo, no, they just want more clarification, they just want to be educated. So I used that sample yesterday to apply it to a population. So Biafrans, we are here to keep on educating each and every one of us the same way we educated Biafrans on the importance of our charter. And today, Biafrans have come to realize that our accounts and anything that has to do with defense are classified documents. Hey, we learned vocabulary that time. So are we doing the same right now, so that Biafrans will really understand the event that happened on the 18th, and why is it different from a congressional hearing? Because what we did was a congressional briefing. So what does that really mean? So that the enemies will not capitalize on their weakness and then divide the house again. Because if they are not cleared, they will not even know the reason why they should fund their freedom. Yes. So they'll be so vulnerable to the camp of all these people that make noise, like Ada that started saying that it was a fake venue, it wasn't real, until our brother Emeka decided to do video and call her and say this is where he is. So you see, we really have to grab the little ones that are genuine in the house, so that they continue to stand with us and know how to defend themselves, and also educate other Biafrans. So welcome. Our housekeeping rules still remain the same. Please do not interject anyone. I did not see anybody that requested for mic. Are you hearing me at all? Can you hear me? Oh my God. Can anybody hear me? At least you can give sign with emoji now. Let me know if you are hearing me. Can anybody hear me? What? I've been talking to myself. Okay, Biafra Freedom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Agustina. Thank you so much. Yeah, so thank you. All right. So, um, yeah, thank you, Biafra Freedom and Sister Agustina. I can see your and COS or CEOS. Thank you so much, Charles. Thank you. So, welcome, 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 Biafra. So the topic, as we said, is what exactly is congressional briefing, and why it matters for Biafra. So we are here today to, dive deep into this topic, because many people don't fully understand what it means, and why it is important for our liberation struggle. Yeah, so it's what we were brainstorming last night when we were still in the space, that we are going to expatiate a little on it. So before we begin, I just want to acknowledge the key players in that event, that historic event that took place in the Capitol Hill, that briefing that took place. So we had Dr. Michael Rubin there, who is a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, presenting to congressional staff and all the Biafrans that were there and policymakers. Yeah, so this briefing was made possible by our professional lobbyists. Yes, so their firm is a Moral Global Strategies. Toti is not accepting. Let me send it to you from my laptop. I don't know what is wrong with the phone. So our lobbyist organized the congressional hearing for us. Toti, please, you can request again. I don't know what is going on here. Okay, let me just send it directly from here. Okay, I've sent it again, Toti. Yeah, so it was made possible by our lobbyists, Moran Global Strategies, and it was led by the former Congressman Jim Moran, who served Virginia in Congress for 24 years until 2015. And I also still want to appreciate our APM, the Punisher, and all the cabinet members that were present on the 18th. Yes, it was a milestone for all Biafrans, because this wasn't just a normal academic discussion. This was a professional advocacy at the highest level of American government, and we Biafrans are very, very proud of ourselves. So, because it was funded by Biafran, little resources that we've been able to put together and executed by Washington insiders who know exactly how to navigate the corridors of power. So we appreciate each and every one of you that was there, and we will not stop appreciating you. Thank you so much for representing Biafra. Biafra, sorry. Yeah, Onyenya, I've sent it. Toti, I've sent it. I don't know. I'm sending again. Yeah, so, we really have to break this thing down with this little time that we have. And the very first question I want to ask is, what is Congress? Can anybody help me with the answer to that? What is Congress? Because we have to start from there, and then we descend to the one that we partook on the 18th. So please, if you are free, can you please help me with the answer? What is Congress? What is Congress? Let us start from there. Anybody there? What is Congress? I hope I'm still being heard, though. Something is really wrong. Can you still hear me? Can anybody still hear me? Hello?
Are coming out, but I think those okay, people are hearing you. Go on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so what is Congress? Do you have any answer? What is Congress? So that we can start from there. I think we have less people on the mic. Hey, Toti, I'll wait, no problem. You can change your network. Okay, so since there is no answer, maybe you are not hearing me. I don't know. Since there is nobody to respond to that and we don't really have much time, so for me, I would think of Congress like um, a national parliament of America. You see, parliament, a national parliament of America. Inside Congress, that you have senators and you have representatives there. So these are the people who make laws. They control money, you know, and decide how America relates to the rest of the world. This is what senators in Nigeria should be doing, but since they are corrupt, we cannot make a reference to them because they are corrupt people. So America Congress really represents the characteristics or the traits of Congress. So Congress to me is where the power of America is discussed and decided. So, but why does Congress really matter? Because some people may be asking, okay, if it is where power of America is discussed and decided, why does Congress matter? Why is this important to us as Biafrans? So many people will be asking, and so why is it important to us as Biafrans? Because America is the most powerful country in the world. When Congress talk about you, the world will listen. When Congress gives you support, other nations will copy them. When Congress pressure a government, that government begins to shake, which is why Nigeria is shaking. Because already, them hearing that we are going for congressional briefing, they started to pee on their bodies. You see, other nations will copy when Congress give us support. They will copy, they are just watching. And also, they will talk about us, Biafrans, because US has given us that, listening ears. So Congress can decide whether Nigeria will get aid or not. Congress will decide, Congress can hold hearings that expose Nigeria's crime, like the one that just did a few months ago. We are coming to that. Congress can even recommend sanctions on corrupt Nigerian officials, like Wike that ran to Florida to buy a mansion with 2 billion. And Showere Nang is exposing that he has up to 3 properties in Florida. All he used the wife's name to purchase them. So they can decide to freeze all his properties in Florida. Once they freeze a Wike's own, he will mention others because it is not only him. They want to form Nigerian community in Florida with our money. So that is what Congress can do. So when Biafra enters Congress, it means we have entered the heart of America power. I'm just starting from the top and then we will descend to where it matters. Imagine you complain to your local government chairman about a problem. Let's look at it in this scenario. I think it will still make sense for us. And he ignores you. So, but then the state governor hears about this problem and start asking questions. Immediately, what will your chairman do? Your chairman will start to pay attention because he knows someone more powerful is watching. This is exactly how Congress works for us. Nigeria they have ignored us, they have ignored our cries, they have ignored everything that we have done for peace to reign. They have even denied us of so many things. But when Congress begin to listen to us Biafrans, Nigeria cannot sleep again. They cannot sleep because America has entered the matter. So yesterday's briefing inside the Congress simply means that Biafra's voice has entered the highest hall of power. Though Nigeria have spent millions to enter there, but what happened to BRGIE? BRGIE just walked in with truth and legitimacy. What gave BRGIE this legitimacy? A referendum. The structures that BRGIE followed, that our PM laid down, the discipline aspect of her BRGIE, the focus of her BRGIE, the stability of her BRGIE, upon all the shaking from the saboteur, the world has been watching. And then they saw that this is the only government led by our APM, the only man that comes to Washington, D.C. with briefcase, and is consistent with that is briefcase. And when he goes to Washington, D.C., he doesn't go and tell them, give me coffee to drink. He doesn't cross his leg and start laughing and forget what took him there. They have been observing all these things with our APM. And they said, yes, this is the type of man that we should work with. You see, that was why I said he walked in. BRGIE walked in truth and legitimacy. You know? So many Biafrans are asking, I don't know if this little illustration I'm saying is making sense. I beg you, please let me know if you are following me, please.
Yeah, I can hear you very well, but let me just
Okay.
give my own understanding of that word Congress.
Okay, go ahead, please.
That word Congress can as well mean, it can mean, it based on my own opinion, it can as well mean meeting or assembling of representative. It can as well mean, another example, another meaning of it can mean a national lawmaking body. It can as well mean the national lawmaking body. That is where the little I understand about that word Congress. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Onyenyere One of Biafra land. Thank you so much for your contribution. Yeah, so now Biafrans are asking, why should we care about congressional briefing? It is still disturbing them. So why should we care about congressional briefing? What does Washington have to do with our freedom? Why are they asking all these questions? Because most of them, they went and listened to saboteurs who does not know the difference between their left hand and their right hand. They went and listened to saboteurs who have collected money from the terrorist government. So they are like having mixed feelings. You know, there are valid answers that we are going to give you in this space. And even those that will listen after, because we have good speakers that will speak. You know, so yesterday on the 18th, it still sounds to me like it was yesterday. Capitol Hill briefing represents a turning point in how seriously American policymakers are now taking our course. Because I have to be very, very clear in what I'm saying, what happened on the 18th. Our lobbies, which we know that they are so professional, forget about what Ajay said that Elias, come closer, you cannot succeed, leave Biafra alone and blah, blah, blah. Because he is a hungry man, he doesn't know what he is doing. You know? So our professional lobbyists, which our PM values so much, the former Congressman Jim Moran of Moran Global Strategies, he organized this a formal briefing where we saw that expert that came, Dr. Michael Rubin. He presented the case for Biafran self-determination to congressional staff. You see, and journalists, they are going to play back everything that happened in that place yesterday. So it was not just a protest or petition. No, 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 no. This was inside the system, advocacy at the highest professional level. We didn't just pick them from the roadside. They are professional lobbyists. Because Moran Global Strategies have been representing this our freedom since which month, which year? 2024, if I'm not mistaken, under a formal contract. Yes, under a formal contract, not just handshake contract, formal written signed contract. So when I tell you that we have a former 24-year congressman working for us, we should clap him for ourselves. Someone who served on the House of Appropriation Committee and co-founded the New Democrat Coagulation. We should clap for ourselves. You should understand that we've entered the big leagues of American politics because he knows how to navigate and give us the best. If you go back, it's just that there's no time. I would have played the response of our Elias, what he said, that they will be the voice of Biafrans in Washington, D.C. You know, the strategy started from July to this September. Now, all of us and most people that used to see our APM, every time you tell you, I'm going to Washington, D.C., I'm going to Washington, D.C., I had meeting with this congressman, I had meeting with this congresswoman, and then he would take a picture, snap picture and show. most people now are beginning to understand fully, oh, this is what our APM has been going to do. Even those that hated him, they are now beginning to understand. Because the precise sequence of events that led to the September 18 historic briefing, the timeline shows the sophistication of our advocacy strategy. They know exactly what to do because, in July 2025, our APM, what did he submit? Formal congressional testimony on transnational repression, which we discussed in this space. You see what happened? So the first time U.S. congressional testimony had been submitted specifically addressing Biafra issue. That was in July 2025. Most people did not still understand what he was doing and what that transnational repression really meant. But now it is beginning to make sense to Biafrans. You see? And then what happened in August 2025? That testimony was now studied. They wore all those congressmen and women, they wore double-sized lenses, and then they were reading in between the lines because they really want to understand what did APM Okenkere wrote here. We really want to understand. So they studied that document, they analyzed it. Policy experts studied it. They analyzed it very well. And then they now create the foundation for serious policy discussion. And what did that happen? Our APM, when he got the news, he said, no, I will not share to my people so that the enemies will not take advantage of it. He kept quiet because he knew the date. He knew that it has been approved for us to go into the phase 1, which is the congressional briefing on the 18th of September. Michael Rubin joined our APM and all the cabinet members at the U.S. congressional briefing in the Cannon House office building to discuss Nigeria Biafra U.S. policy and the way forward to our recognition. So you see where it started from? I'm not even counting all the meetings. I'm just starting from when our APM dropped that congressional testimony. That is when this event kick-started. So this 3-month progression from formal testimony to expert briefing demonstrate that we are not operating as amateur anymore. We are not operating as a protest group anymore. We are not operating like people that wave flag and make noise here and there, quarrel. No, 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 no. That has ended because now we are following the established process that serious liberation movement used to gain congressional attention and support. So our profile has changed. Our profile has been upgraded. You see? So now if people begin to ask, okay, what is really the difference between the congressional hearing versus a congressional briefing? Hold on, my brother, let me send the mic to you. So what is the difference? Because many Biafrans are asking, what is the difference? Where were the congressmen and senators on the 18th that we did not see them? Like we saw in the Christian persecution hearing. So this confusion is, we understand that it is bound to happen, but it shows we need to educate our people about how Washington actually works to the best of my knowledge, and others will also contribute. Because you are thinking of the March 12, 2025 congressional hearing that titled Conflict of Persecution in Nigeria, because our people are comparing this to what happened on the 18th. That was the case for CPC designation, chaired by Congressman Chris Smith. So that was a formal hearing where you saw those members of Congress seated at a panel asking questions to witnesses. That is hearing. That is hearing. So what we had on the 18th was what? A briefing. A professional education session for congressional staff. Our BRGIE cabinet. The scholar, Dr. Michael Rubin, policy expert, they were there. Even though you did not see all of them gathered, they were watching all that happened in that room that day. So you could see that there were no cameras like official media channel coming like CNN, Al Jazeera begin to do take pictures. No. You see, no formal testimony, no member of Congress sitting directly as, like those that sat on the 12th of March. Yeah, you did not see such people because what we had was a briefing. A briefing. So, a congregational hearing is not a meeting, not a press conference. Don't allow the enemy to confuse you. Please. It's not a talk of show. It's a formal public legal style, proceeding inside the U.S. Congress where lawmakers take sworn testimony. That is congressional hearing. You could see that they will put it in official record. And that is why, you can also make reference to what happened. So what happened on March 12 was exactly a formal hearing on conflict and persecution in Nigeria. That case was to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern. And it is stored, all the information and everything that happened that day has been stored in their archives. And that is where I went now to extract information from, because it is official. People in the future can carry out research and cite that event that happened on that day. Yeah, Emeka, your hand is up. Do you want to answer the question? Please go ahead.
It's not to answer the question. I want to speak on the subject. So that's just what I wanted to do.
Okay, can you just hold on, please?
All right. Yeah. That's what I'm listening. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. So now let's begin to come back home. Let's begin to come back home. Our home now is now congressional. Okay, yeah. Before we really come back to what happened, I just want to touch light again. So, what a congressional hearing is simple, clear. A congressional hearing is a formal proceedings organized by congressional committee or subcommittee. And that is what we saw on the 12th of March. Yeah. So we saw witnesses, we saw experts, we saw NGO, we saw victim, and the victim that day was a Catholic Bishop of Makurdi. Academics all were invited to testify under oath. So whatever each and every one of them said on that day, they said it under oath, because that testimony now has become part of the official congressional record. You see, so that was why that hearing, it was publicized. It was streamed live. That was what happened that day. So that means that what is said in that is permanent and visible even to journalists, as I said, even to researchers, diplomats, foreign government. Anybody can go there and then click and view everything that happened. You see, now, what are we talking about here? Because even in that meeting, we could also see that the chairperson that day was a Congressman Chris Smith. He opened the hearing. He introduced everyone that mattered that day. You see, but what happened in what we did? What happened in what we did on the 18th? What really happened? Because what really happened on the 18th, we cannot have the same outcome I said before, that they can sanction this one, they can sanction that one, they can freeze this one account, they can, they have to take decision upon what they have heard. But it is totally different from what happened on the 18th. So I'm just being brief so that we can save time. So what is congressional briefing? That one now concerns us, because the other one was about Nigeria. I don't want to talk too much, but because most people now base their thoughts on that and say they did not see this one, they did not see that one. That is why I just had to touch light in that one. So I am coming now to what concerns us, what happened on the 18th. Because a briefing is an educational session, So instead of lawmakers sitting at the table asking questions, their staff attended the meeting. You see, their staff attended the meeting. Their staff, they did the research. They will write memos. They will give feedback to their boss and say, this is what we gathered during this congressional briefing. It's just like, let me tell you one illustration I want to give. You are a member of a family. Let's say your brother has been beating you, taking your food, not even allowing you. And each time you say, brother, don't beat me, oh, brother, stop beating me, oh, brother, stop beating me, oh. And what are you doing? You now begin to gather how many times your brother has beaten you. And then you take this evidence and call your mama and say, mama, come, oh, this is what happened. I have talked to brother to stop beating me, he refused. I've talked to him to stop slapping me, brother has refused. Mama, I've brought this case to you. This, because you know the person that will take the final decision is the papa of the house. So what we did on the 18th was the station of Mama. Mama was there hearing all that BRGIE said, or everything that was discussed in that place that day. That is what Mama did. Now, Mama will wait when Papa come back. Supposing Papa used to come back maybe after 1 month or after 2 months, Mama will now message Papa and say, I have gathered enough thing from your daughter. She has been complaining. This is what the brother has been doing to her. When will you have time to listen to this case and then decide what you will do to the senior brother? So we are in the stage of Mama that has gathered all the evidences that we need, waiting for Papa to come back. I don't know if I've been able to, to break it down still more. I know people will still contribute and break it down further. So briefings are not televised. That was why you did not see any link there. So they are usually in small meeting room inside congressional office building, like the canon that we went. They gathered there. So the goal is just to educate. The goal there is to build trust. The goal there is to put evidence in front of everyone. So when their boss need this evidence, they will now gather it and then submit. So what happened that on that 18, these are just quiet meeting. You did not see any TV channel, you did not see any media channel coming there. But you could see an expert like Michael Rubin, he was there. You could see our APM, he was there. In that room, not hotel room. Yesterday, I spoke a lot about the significance of the room, so I will not go there. You see, we could see our people taking note. We could see our COAs asking questions, and people were giving their own story. You see, so on the 18th, briefing in that canon law building means that all the staff that will go back and play those videos from all the committee, like African Committee, Human Rights Committee, Foreign Affairs Committee, they are going to go back and replay that event and extract information that will be needed for us to move to the next stage. So the Christian persecution hearing on March 12 did not start with hearing. No. It started exactly as we are. We started our own on the 18th. So they started with briefing months before. They have been in labor just as we were. People are not interested in your story. They want to see your victory. The one that people were captivated, there is hearing for Christian persecution in Nigeria. But they did not pay attention to when they had their briefing. That is why BRGIE is still the best to educate you, because BRGIE will let you know and carry everybody along. You see? So they also had their briefing before, they had their hearing. So after that now, resolution were introduced calling for Nigeria to be designated as a country of particular concern. So that is the proven part. You have to have briefing, you have to have hearing, and then you have to have what is called resolution. Yes, you have to have resolution. So my fellow Biafrans that have gathered here and those that will listen to this space, you have to just follow the event and do not get confused, because we have achieved what we achieved on that day. We have achieved through our lobbyists, moral global strategies. So when we talk about professional lobbying, we are not just talking about amateur activists. No, we are talking about former insiders who build the system and know exactly how it works. Because Jim Moran didn't just serve in Congress. He has represented a committee and he knows every nook and corners. So that is why this matters, because access is everything in Washington, D.C. Our PM went for the best, because we cannot talk about the progress on the 18th and then remove our lobbies. No, they are so precious to us. That is why we must do everything possible to make sure they keep on renewing their contract every year. Every year, they have to keep on renewing their contract. So Biafrans may not be asking, okay, why? Why is it so? Why does it matter to Biafrans? What really happened? Because for 50 years plus, Nigeria has painted us as rebels. They have painted us as terrorists. They have painted us as troublemakers. But you don't just walk into the US Capitol. If you are a rebel group, it's not possible. You cannot rent that place. No. You cannot bribe your way in. So that congressional briefing we had means US lawmakers sponsored our event. You see, they sponsored our event. That is legitimacy. So that is why it matters to us seriously. It shows the world that the US takes Biafra seriously as a political issue, not just noisemakers on social media. You see, so many Biafrans wonder, okay, why didn't we see many? Yes, so you cannot see because it is briefing. It is briefing. The real power behind the scene, you cannot see. And that was why you saw experts like Michael Rubin there. Because this also opened doors for the next stage. You see, no cause in America jump straight to congressional hearing. Don't let anybody deceive you. You must face brief, then you hear. That is how it works. So our briefing on the 18th has planned Biafra story inside the Congress. So from there, their staff, as I said before, will recommend all that they've heard to their boss when they return. We need a formal hearing on Nigeria and Biafra. That will be the next agenda for them, because they have to do their work. So once a hearing happens, that depends on our APM. He will let us know. So we are not going to talk about hearing. That is not our area of jurisdiction. We are talking about the briefing. That one concern us. Hearing is our APM and his cabinet. They know how to do that one. So we are going to just focus on what we are supposed to talk on. Let our people know the importance of that hearing. Because you may also ask, why is it important? It also embarrassed Nigeria and it has weakened their propaganda. Because we've seen the millions of dollars that Nigeria have spent to lobby their US lobbies. They also have lobbies like us. Yes, they have paid the money every year to suppress Biafra voice, yet they couldn't stop this briefing. We heard it from our APM's mouth yesterday. He said that Nigeria did everything possible to stop the briefing from holding, but it could not, because nobody is taking Nigeria serious anymore. Because for Nigeria, seeing Biafra in the US Capitol is like a slap on their face. It's like a slap on Shetima's face and Tinubu. They don't even know what to do. Because it's proof that their lies or their propaganda and their threat cannot stop the truth. Americans say we love Biafra and we want to listen to them. Come and tell us your story. Let us start from here. Because you can see even their saboteurs and those in front, they are all silent, please. But they should go and check if they are breathing, because I've not seen them on social media. You see, they can never have space in that Capitol Hill that our people state, our BRGIE government state. So why is it important? It has set a precedent for the future, because history shows us that this is the normal path and we followed it. South Sudan started with briefing before they got recognition. We are not the first. We are not the first. Christian persecution in Nigeria, they started with briefing, then hearing, then resolution. So now Biafra is on that same ladder. You see, so we are not skipping, we are not missing any step. We are following the step as it is supposed to be. Yeah. It has exposed Nigeria, everything about Nigeria. That briefing we had on the 18th. So it wasn't just about Biafra aspiration. It was a damning indictment of Nigeria, complete failure as a state. Because congressional staff learn about Nigeria incredibility situation. They are not credible people. All the lies that they painted against Biafra, it was, spilled out yesterday. They know now about the security collapse. You heard all these message that our APM read, even Michael Rubin, what he said. They said so many things. So all that is exposing Nigerian security that has collapsed. Because according to the National Human Rights Commission that had presented, at least 2,266 people were killed by terrorist bandits in Nigeria during just the first half of the year 2025. It has already surpassed the total number of that kind of death in 2024. Boko Haram and ISWAP have escalated their camps everywhere, launching daily attacks. Imagine, the head of bandits has come out and said he has released 40 people and is now warning them that if they try to disturb his camp again, he will retaliate. The same warning that Gumi gave and said, don't attack bandits or don't threaten them. If you threaten them, they will kill you. And nobody has arrested any of them. So that conference, that briefing now, the world have known that Nigeria is paying back the terrorists. They are on their payroll. So everything has been exposed about Nigeria. Their government incompetence have been exposed. So while Biafrans were presenting professional testimony to the Congress in July, and they were like, wow, okay, let's see how far they can go. Studying policy solution in August took place and delivering expert briefing in September. You see, Nigeria was failing to protect its citizens from daily massacre and kidnapping and terrorist attack while we were so focused. So the timing was so perfect as we sat in that Cannon House on that 18, presenting our case for self-determination. Nigeria security forces were probably dealing with another Boko Haram attack. They were having meeting with them, and Nigerian media houses, they were there listening to these terrorists talking. They couldn't arrest them. They couldn't arrest them. While Biafrans are engaging professionally with American policymakers, Nigeria can't even maintain basic, I'm talking of basic security within its own borders. Their incredibility was exposed completely. They can't govern themselves. Nigeria has lost over 2,000 citizens, more than, I'm even saying 100,000, to banditry and terrorism in 6 months. They have no credibility to even claim sovereignty anymore. All this was exposed yesterday. Nigeria has proven that it cannot provide the basic function of government, which is to protect its citizens. That is what was exposed yesterday. So this yesterday, and today is 20, on the 18th. So our BRGIE did not go there to play, no. While we were building relationship, they were losing control in their country. They have lost control to terrorists. During that exact time period, we were submitting congressional testimony in July and conducting policy studies in August by the lawmakers and delivering this expert briefing on the 18th. Nigeria was experiencing its worst security crisis in decades. In fact, it's like since Finland jailed our PM, the security has worsened. And it was part of what was presented yesterday. I so much love the broadcast our information minister did this afternoon. The audio is so clear, no breaking. So we will spend time again and begin to extract some points. And maybe time permit, we will hold space. You see, so international recognition of failure now has happened to Nigeria because the fact that American policymakers are now taking former congressional testimony from a Biafra APM. That is what they are doing. While Nigeria born under terrorist attack, it sent a very clear message about who the international community sees as credible. They see BRGIE as credible. They see Biafra as credible entity, no more Nigeria. So that is why that September 18 briefing, it matters so much to Biafrans. And this is the more reason you should come out and invest in this freedom. Today is our fundraising. Do not let anybody confuse you to bring money to go and charter bus and load our women from the Biafra land to North and tell our women that they will go and stand naked. Hold your sister's ears now and your mother's ear. That is what Ngozi Rabufulani is planning to do. They will go and kill them. And she has said they shouldn't tell their husbands where they are going. This is not the time to go and give money for whistle. This is not the time to go and give money to what is the other one's name? For the wife to go and buy okporoko and cook soup. Chika. This is not the time to go and give your money to Ajere to buy pampers for the son. This is not the time to go and give your money to Emma F9 and Choma Akoma and her team. This is the time. You should come and invest in our freedom. You have seen the extent that we have gone. So this is why this briefing matters so much. It wasn't just about aspiration. It was about Nigeria's complete failure to function as a legitimate state. That was why we went for the best. We went for the best lobbyists in town. So my people, we have to continue to fund. As we have gathered in this space today, when it is time for fundraising, let us just march like that. Let us march like that and join our fundraising. Please, it is very, very important. I will yield here, let Emeka say what he wants to say before I continue. Go ahead, Emeka, if you are there before I continue.
Okay, thank you very much, tutors, Betty, NK, Toti, and the house, Bern. I just wanted to contribute and maybe see if this could be a way of also getting more people to understand beside what our sister has done. She's done very, very well. I will want to start with lobbyists and then the modus operandi of a lobbyist. So if we understand that, then it will make things clearer for us. When you have a lobbyist for such a purpose as we have gotten, Moran Global, and of course, Elias Just List, their job is to speak directly to lawmakers and educate them on what we want and try to get their backing and their support to approve of the legislation or a bill on the recognition of Biafra. I repeat, their job is to educate lawmakers, get as many of them as possible, and get their support, mobilize their support to vote positively for Biafra in case.
Brameka, please, I'm so sorry. I want to pass a message to Minister Betty because I need to refresh my page. Please hold on. Okay. Minister Betty, I've sent co-host to you. Can you accept so that I refresh my phone? Thank you.
Okay, can I continue?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, so that is their job, to get support Biafra and to be able to pass a legislation or a bill recognizing Biafra. That's where their job is. So they work by speaking directly to legislators in order to get endorsement for Biafra from them. And of course, the endorsement has to go through the legislative process, which we'll look at as I continue now. That is the basic thing. And of course, a lobbyist, he must meet the elected members and officials. And sometimes he may have to draw what legislative request he has, that very request he has, he can draw up the contract and the process itself and give it to the legislators. Or when he tells them what he wants, they can ask him to do a proposal. He can make a legislative proposal to them, and then we continue that way until the point where it gets into the House. That is what their job is. Okay. They have to influence those people. Sometimes the lobbyists may have to speak in favor of the group he is lobbying for in order to get other groups to join and to be part of the effort towards achieving that goal, like ours. That is what the lobbyist can do. Somehow, though he's not the lobbyist, that Dr. Rubin did partly what the lobbyists could do, like he spoke in favor of Biafra. You see, and I'm sure, I wasn't able to watch it. I don't know really what happened because I went to Sunday group, I went everywhere. I didn't see it. It was only at the end when it was round up that I came in. But liars will speak, being the lobbies. Of course, that is part of his job. All right. Now, all this while we have been hearing, we've been seeing APM called and said, okay, and called to come to Washington. How did that happen? It's when the lobbyists have prepared the ground, they have gotten legislative members of Congress who now say, okay, let us have a meeting tomorrow. He can just be called and say it's tomorrow, so he goes there. So, and we have been seeing series of that. We've seen a lot of photos taken each time he gets their consent. All right? Okay, that is about his job. Now, when he has gone so far this way, he has come after getting so many of these legislators who are part of the Congress. What do you do next? You need now to start getting that proposal to the table of the Speaker, to the House. All right? Okay. How would you do that? The lobbyists will work with a group of those legislators. And then they will table it, they will present the bill, that is called a bill, a legislative proposal, to the Speaker of the House. That is how it is done. All right? Okay. But then, the House would want, again, to hear you out, to get a full briefing. Yes, each individual, as they were, as we've been meeting them, will be seeing the photos taken, have been briefed fully. You could testify to that. All of them that will be seeing their picture, those ones that we saw photos, the one we didn't see photos, all of them have been fully briefed. So now the House itself will need to be briefed. That is the meaning of this, what we are calling congressional briefing now. It's not about briefing individuals. They have been briefed. A lot of them already are in favor of our quest for Biafra. Then there is a request now by the House itself. If it was for those people who have heard us, they wouldn't need us to come there. So the need to come to that place to be able to give you a room there means that it is official. Forget about whether it is formal or not. It is official from the House to say, okay, let us hear from these people from close range. Let them come before us and let us hear. And that is what this congressional briefing is. You are not briefing individuals. You are briefing the Congress. Now, it is official. You can be sure of that. So you can't just stray into that room and whether they call it. But I don't even think this is the stage when we will still be talking to idiots. We can't be arguing with them on every rubbish. It's not every nonsense they say we answer them. There is a time when we shouldn't be talking to idiots like this. We shouldn't be discussing, not every rubbish they talk now. We've gone, it's like going to argue with one Nigerian. Whatever one Nigerian says shouldn't make sense to us now. The second stage of non Nigeria, those ones that call themselves, what do they call them? Pan-Africans. They have gone long time ago. Even IPOB DOS, you can't argue with them. These people have gone to this stage that you can't argue with them again. When they talk rubbish, just ignore it and continue. But what I am saying here, what I'm doing here is just to talk to our own people who will need maybe better or clearer explanation in a way that they will understand because our sister has already done so much. So there is no question about it. It is the House that asked for that briefing. They want now to start getting formal somehow by asking you to come close. Now present it there. So is the house. It's not, if it wasn't the house, you cannot come there now. You will be doing your thing. You can go and do your thing in the hotel room and invite house members there. And house members will come. But it's done right there. And we saw photos, we saw anything. How can somebody be saying it's a hotel and we answer him? It's idiocy for somebody to say that. We all saw everything. That is a very simple thing. So is the house is official. Formal or informal is not the stage now, because it hasn't gotten to the stage. There is now a second stage. So I want to go gradually. The job of the lobbyist, I have described what he does. He speaks on your behalf. He gets the legislators. Then he can now organize this kind of briefing. When they now say, okay, let's officially call these people and hear them out. It's not the house, a full house kind of hearing. It is to brief for the larger, there are other people in the house. The house can say, okay, you have told us about this. Let some people go and hear these people out. That is what it is. You are presenting your matter. And even before they present this, they ask you for the briefing. They must have gotten letters. Remember, how many weeks ago, or was it last month, the complaints by the APM were hosted on their site, isn't it? Am I right or wrong? If somebody answer. There was all the complaints were written down, and then it was seen on the site. Yes, those things were the things that now created this. Okay, let them now come and brief some house members outside the normal procedure, because this is outside normal procedure. The normal procedure of a house has 8 steps, which I am going to read out for you now. This one is outside the house procedure. These are preliminary steps. That one of writing your complaint and then putting it on where the preliminary stage. Now, this one of saying, okay, let us have a briefing. Let them come inside the house now to one room there and let them speak. We'll watch them on video. We will send our representative, whatever, to just hear them. Like having some kind. If I say conference now, somebody will say he doesn't know. Let's hear them out. That is what that briefing is. Okay? And then where are you doing this? There is something on the pipeline. That thing that is on the pipeline is the question of a legislative proposal or a bill. That is where it is going to. Once you have been brought up this way, what follows after this is now a legislative proposal that will go into the second stage. So you brief them. They've hired you through their aides, through whatever reports they get. The next thing now is the lobbyists who brought up this occasion, who organized the offense to this state, will now go to the next stage of preparing a legislative proposal, suiting that which will move the house. Even this briefing, remember, he packaged it. You could remember how the place was dressed. You saw the photos of all the way from 1967. You saw Ojukwu and all those, Effiong and all that coming to Mazin and the kind of thing. He's trying to give a clear picture of how this thing has metamorphosed, how it has grown from stage to stage, everything that has happened in order for these people to have a full grasp of what we are talking about. So the design of all what was done has been well packaged by those who are experts in this for the Congress to see. That is the Modern Global with Dr. Rubin and Justlis. All of them know how to package it, because if you want to go and get people support, you have to package this in the manner that it makes sense to them. We might be speaking here, whatever we say here might not make much sense to them. You have to put it in the way that they relate to it, they can relate freely to it. And that's why you need a lobbyist, because it's a lobbyist that knows how those people understand things. They understand how they feel about it. They have their own situation in their past, in their history, which they can relate to. So you have to present that in a way that they can relate to. That is why that briefing was packaged that way. Now, people that can now feel our pulse, we and them are now breathing at the same level. Our hearts and them, their own, can now breathe at tandem because they can flow with our story. Now, the next stage is the one of making a legislative proposal or trying to put up a bill. That is why that is held. So when an idiot is sitting somewhere and doesn't know what is happening, he will be talking rubbish. Now, let me now tell you what is going to happen next. That is, after this, is to make a legislative proposal. I'm going to tell you now the steps which it will go through. The legislative proposal will start from now. A bill will be drafted. A bill will be drafted. So when the next lobbying stage, consultations are completed, Justice Moran Global are going to put up a bill, and they are going to send the bill to the House or to the Congress. That second stage now, when it is brought there and the House accepts that bill for discussion, the next thing to happen is that the bill will now be introduced. Somebody is going to say, we have this bill and that and that and that. You understand me? Okay, that is the second stage of these 8 stages. The third stage is that the bill, when they finish reading it, they say it has gone through the first reading. They will now give it to a committee. They will now give that bill or that legislative proposal to a committee. Okay. Now, that committee level was the level which those people, the Nigerian one was, the one of the Reverend Father was. That is exactly what happened. That is why, that is the hearing. That's why this one is not a hearing. This one is a briefing. But that one is a hearing. It has the time when it has gotten to a committee, when the Congress itself or the House of Assembly or House of Representatives or the full National House now gives the bill to a committee. That is when it will become a hearing. The committee will now have that one of the Reverend Father, that one had gone far to this place of you getting a hearing. So I would like to continue. Do I have somebody thumbing down? Good. But when you finish, you can tell me, because this is the step. There are 8 steps. If you like, you can ask a rep, you can ask a politician, you can ask anybody. This is the procedure. That's what makes the difference between the briefing and the hearing, because the hearing is by a committee. Briefing, you can brief informally, but official call on you. After that, step 4 is that there is a subcommittee that will review it. Step 5, there will be a markup of the bill. And step 6, there will be voting by the full chamber of the House. And then there will be referral of the dissent to the chamber. And after that, they can present it to the president. So if you are thinking of a shorter route, well, you can go ahead with your belief, but this is how it is. And that's why I wanted to speak, because I know that the belief on our part is that we want things to be done overnight, but these things don't happen overnight. Rather, the steps and the effort made so far and the briefing is that it is giving us its belief that now we are at one stage to go to the other, and it is always going to demand quite a lot, because the lobbyists will always need financial support to be able to perform so many functions. There are a lot of functions that the lobbyist has to perform along this line, and he needs the resources to perform that. So and that resources includes all those meetings, going to people's houses, sending his people to do all kinds of jobs, logistics and all that for so many people to get many more people inside the deal. That is what happens. So when people say they don't need logistics, I don't know how you can do it, because you must need somebody who has been in the system, who knows how to work in the system, and who is, of course, very close to those people. But there is no how you can know everybody. You can know some, but you have to connect with more powerful ones, and you can go through people in so many places where people know one another. So this is just what I want to do. This is just what I want to explain. Thank you very much. And I think it's bye for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brother Emeka. I was thumping down. Please let us focus on the topic. We don't want to discuss what will happen in the next step, please. Yeah, that is why I was thumping down. We have to focus on the topic, what exactly it means and why it is important for Biafrans. Whatever will happen in the next stage, it is not for us to begin to analyze it. That is left for our government, our APM, and the lobbyists. So that was why I was thumping down. Not that what you are saying was not good, but let's just leave it the way it is for now, please, and then talk about teaching our people to understand this and why it is important for Biafran, why it is important for them to bring their Ije and their Ijema, because that is the stage that we are now. Whatever will happen after this, we have to wait and hear from our government before we dig deep, because we don't understand the process on how it works. That is the summary. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You see, sorry, just a minute. Why I went there was because the Nigerian, to be able to understand the difference between the Nigerian, hearing, congressional hearing, to be able to differentiate between the two. Because if we keep saying it because we're able to have access to the house and this thing, our people may not understand that at this stage, there are other steps we need to go to get to that hearing stage. That was why I had to explain, so that they can know the difference, because I wanted them to know this is the stage at which we are. We will get to that stage of hearing. Otherwise, these animals that are going about and telling them we were in a hotel room, we are this, it will be difficult for people to understand that, yes, we are the difference between the stages. So if the people know the difference between the stages, they will be able to buy more into what we are saying than something that will still keep them confused, and they say, oh, we are deceiving them or something like that. We just went there, they didn't see anybody. Meanwhile, they saw some people there. If they know that, okay, that happened because it had passed through some other higher stages and had gotten to the stage where a committee is set, and you can now see the people sitting there. And then if we are talking, they will know, okay, it's much more understandable for them. But if we jump and simply keep telling them things that look like we are driving their emotions than their understanding, people get to know things better. If people understand things, they will be more easily and more strongly attached to it. But if we get them by pushing emotions don't last, but understanding lasts, knowledge lasts. That's why I wanted the difference between the two. It was why I had to go that way, because this one had gone through some stages before here, and this is where they are. They are on stage. That one was on stage 3. Our own is on stage 1 or 2. That is what is on, but we will get there, and then that one will happen. That was why I was going through that stage. Sorry, please. Thank you. If that violated any rule, I'm sorry. But when I teach people, I want to get them to know, because knowledge, I have understood, makes people more comfortable than driving emotions. It is emotions that has made these idiots to be dropping out, because they bought into Biafra by emotion. One little thing, they shake and they drop off. All those you see that are here because they have understanding. When you have understanding, nobody can push you around. You can't fall off. But the person that is driven by emotions, oh, Biafra, that is why this idiotic woman is getting away with everything. Because Biafrans, anywhere they hear Biafra, even if it's a mad person that mentions Biafra, they follow. Anywhere they hear Biafra, I wonder how somebody can open his eyes. Look at this idiot of a woman. Let me tell you, she went in the first case. the Nigerians mopped up what is it called, amnesty accounts by Nigerian government. And then the amnesty account entered into her hand. She used it to blow to increase the audience. So if she was not one with Nigeria, how would she get the amnesty account? That is a very clear sign that she was working with them. Very simple thing. Okay, now Mazen Nandekanu is in court. One of the charges against him was that he brought in transmitter to broadcast Biafra. But this person imported whistles, what millions of how many naira, through the same Nigeria, and was not arrested and not taken to court over the whistle. But the whistles are also to announce Nigeria, isn't it? And to announce Biafra and for Biafra purpose. And this person is not arrested. And yet human beings are still not able to understand that this idiot is with Nigeria. Why now? This person imported radio and this one imported whistle. Are they not communication means? They are not, but somebody will still not understand that this person is working with Nigeria. She can even come here. That is the only thing. She will come here. Even she comes here and they receive her very, very well. If she comes here and still mentions Biafra, people will still be carried away with it. You see, knowledge is very, very important for people to be convinced, for people to know what they are doing. They can't be shaken. But if it is by emotions, certainly, with every little thing like that, they will fall out. That's what I know. So, is it one reason? There are so many reasons I have given for these people to understand. See that there is a foul play there, that this one is on their own side. That is why they cannot arrest her or arrest the whistle or whatever it is. But somebody paints his car or keke napep Biafran color, you arrest it. But somebody is blowing whistle for Nigeria and you're not arresting. And an idiot will not know that he cannot arrest because this person is working for them. It's because of knowledge, because Biafra. Immediately the woman comes and mentions Biafra. No matter how stupid or useless she is, she will follow her. That's why I came in. It's just the major point was this too, to tell them that, look, we are at this stage, there is also this stage. When we get there, you are going to see those people you want to see. That was just why I'm in there. So, sorry, please. Thank you very much.
No, nothing like sorry now. No, I think you misunderstood what I said. I said going to the in-depth of what will happen next about, I don't know. It's like you misunderstood me, but it's okay. It's okay. Because we know that from here it's going to go to congressional hearing, but what will happen in between before we reach there is what I was talking about, that is not our jurisdiction. Yeah. Because we all now know that after this it will be congressional hearing, but the events that happen in between is not for us to discuss what will happen in between because we are not part of the system. We don't know how it works. That's the point I was trying to draw your attention to. Every other thing is okay. It's okay. Yeah, because that is why we are gathering here to educate our people, because we don't want the house to be splitted again. Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you for your submission as usual. Thank you. So that was what I drew your attention to. Not that what you are saying is bad, no. But what will happen in between is what we don't know, and we cannot say what we don't know because we are not part of the system. Thank you so much. God bless you. Yeah. Toti? Toti, are you there? Minister Betty? I think Minister Betty was here before you.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
Toti,
here,
go
but
ahead.
Minister Betty can go first. I'm here now. Yeah.
Okay, thank God. Ma'am, are you there? I think she's not close to her phone. Mazi Elias, are you close to your phone?
Yes, I am here.
She's not close to her phone.
I am.
Go ahead, oh, go ahead. Don't crucify me. Go ahead, ma.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I greet everyone. All protocols observed. You know, whenever we are here, it's like we are crying on each other's shoulders, you know, looking for help and solace from one another. We usually do that, and I thank each and every one of us for the contributions we make. We learn every day, we learn from everything that is said. You see, left with me, in fact, I don't know whether I'm missing something. I haven't said my greetings to my leaders, and I pray that God Almighty will continue to heal our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is seriously sick now. I don't know how serious it is, but he's sick, and they are refusing him the opportunity to go to hospital for treatment medically, and we are not happy about it. So I pray to Almighty God. Pastor Jerry has said that what God cannot do does not exist. God can heal him, and that is my ultimate prayer for him now. And I also remember my BM Mazi Simon Ekpa. We pray to God Almighty that the appeal will succeed. You know, they say that the word of human is the same as the word of the spirit. So I pray for his quick release, so that he will come and continue where he stopped, gathering Biafrans together and bringing all of us to see things in one light. I also remember my APM, the wonderful man that have taken the bold step. You know, when you are doing something like this, you will just be praying on daily basis that God Almighty will grant you people our heart desires and our dreams. Some people say that ideology cannot be killed, and the Biafra ideology in seeking for our freedom, nobody can kill that dream. They have tried several times, but we too, we are trying. We are resisting them because we did not go to the north to settle in their boundary, or to the west to settle in their boundary. They are the ones who refused us to exist and who refused us to live in our own land. So God Almighty, whenever they go there, they will go home how they will go home, or manure our land. So now, my people, this topic, what exactly is a congressional briefing? You know, on a normal legal setting, when you are doing briefing, it's like a client going to a legal representative of your choice, because in this country, there's a legal charter and medical charter. You have right to choose anybody to be your doctor, and you have as well right to choose anybody to represent you. So Biafrans have chosen America. So this briefing is just like an informal way of you going to your legal rep to say to him, I have a case, somebody is fighting with me over my land, and I want to take the matter to court, and your lawyer will be gathering information. You know, you will communicate that information quickly and effectively, you know. So in this case, it is the congressmen asking Biafrans, what exactly is your case? And we are briefing them. Because if it is hearing, the congressmen will all be there. Some people are calling me, asking me, even today, this morning, why is it that there is no congressman? They I said to them, no, this is just nothing but a briefing, a concise session use to communicate our information to the congressmen, those who are decision makers. Because what that Congress is to America is what the House of Parliament is here for United Kingdom, or House of Lords, where you take all the cases to be concluded finally. Like now, they are no longer under ECJ, European Court of Justice. So they don't take cases there anymore. They left EU. Now, House of Lords remains the highest court. After any other thing, you can go and decide the case there. Like if Finland now rejects our PM's appeal, we can take it to ECJ because PM is a citizen of Europe. So this is the same thing for the Americans. So what it is exactly is that the congressional briefing, we use it, though we don't owe anybody any explanation. We don't owe anybody any.
How أتمنى
Uh, who is this one? Anyway, so what this?
Don't worry, I've removed it from the speaker.
Who
Okay.
gave him mic now?
I don't know how it's crawling.
Huh?
I don't know how it enter. I just observe it. I quickly remove it.
These people, they are not giving up.
They are tense up now, seriously.
Can I go ahead?
Go ahead, Mama. Go ahead. We have to be vigilant, honestly. How did he get in? Now, wow.
I'm telling
Go
you,
ahead, Mama.
please, let's just be at the watch.
So now that our people has been to the Congress to hold this meeting on the invitation of the congressmen who are the lawmakers of America, it shows a lot. As I was about to say before I was rudely interrupted, we don't owe anybody any explanation of what happened that day, whether the congressmen were there or not. The issue is that we have registered our point. We have been there. The world have seen that we have been there. What we should actually be telling our people, the people we owe explanation, is like foreigners who are not Americans, who don't understand what the Congress is, that they are decision makers, lawmakers, and part of a central part of the government of America. The other people we owe explanation is other Biafrans who make donation to this awareness that we are making, as Onyendu called it. You see, people should understand that going to Congress is not easy. It's not easy at all. America is a powerful country. Everybody knows it. But for us to get there means that we have people who are leading us in the person of Elias Gariselos of Moran lobbying firm. If not that we pay them or that PM chose them, we wouldn't have been there. He wouldn't have taken us there. Elias cannot be walking on the street and you will just tell him, oh, go and take me to the congressman, and he will do that. Because we did not see Honorable Fulani there. We did not see the CRC there. So the people we owe this explanation is our people, especially those who are donating and those who are willing to start making their donations, because we need money. This is freedom fight. It's not easy at all. The other day, I was listening to our COS, and he was talking about how populated our people are in America, especially in Texas. A lot of Biafrans live in Texas. But if they are sensible enough, they will remember that America fought with Britain during 1776 and thereabout. They fought, and they did not fight undertake that fight with stone or wood or sticks. No, it was gun and bullet. They fought each other. But today they are very good allies because Donald Trump visited this country and they were showing it where the King Charles was welcoming him, which shows that they are now good friends. So if any Biafran, if we should be explaining what it is exactly for us for the Congress briefing, it is to tell you that your lobbyist is doing a great job, that we have taken a leapfrog from, online nation that they used to call us, or nation on the internet, to people who are now recognized by Americans. They cannot open that door for you if you are not somebody that they recognize, or if you are not affiliated to what they would want to relate to. Our affiliation to them, what is the link? The connecting link is that same lobbies that Van was telling to come close, that he will not succeed. And Ngozi also addressed them as criminals. So we have to explain to our people that this money that you people are contributing is making a very good impact, is doing something. Because when our people say that it means that everybody has their own portion of duty to perform in this our struggle for freedom. Those in the homeland, the Biafra Liberation Army, their duty is security, defense, and they are doing it very, very well. Now, the other part is the one that the lobbyists are doing for us, which is very, very important. I've always said it. I know some people will not agree with me, but I will keep saying it, that those men in the homeland, they're only there for defense. They will not get us Biafra. But what they are doing will be part of the thing that will get us Biafra. Because Ojukwu fought. Our forefathers fought. We will keep fighting. Till when? It's only when we are recognized as a nation that we will stop fighting. Or anybody coming to fight us will have a second thought. Because then all the countries that will recognize us will be there to support us. And when we go to UN, maybe UN summit or anything, Nigeria will be on the other part and Biafra will be on this side as a nation. But right now, Nigeria with their evil shade is still covering us. So this very movement that Biafrans have made on the 18th of September 2025 is very historical. And the effect is that from now onwards, America, they are going to ponder over everything that was said there and think of recognizing us. In fact, the recognition is on the way, because somebody who don't recognize you will not give you chance to come into their inner chambers, to come and make your submissions, or to brief them, or brief the world of what you are aggrieved about, or what is really hurting you, or the pain you have been going through. So when the APM was reading out all those things, I was, very, very happy. And especially the senior fellows, Michael Rubin. So it means a lot. It's very central to our fight for freedom. It's core, very key to our fight for freedom. And I know that this will gladden Onyendu's heart and PM as well. So Biafrans, it is your money, your contribution, your resilience, your steadfastness. When you want to eat, you will say, okay, let me share it, give some to my people by way of donation, and use some for my family, manage it. But time is coming when all of you that have donated will reap the fruit of your donation, because it's like an investment. When you are donating to Biafra Freedom or to BRGIE fundraising, you are making a life saving. This donation we are making is going to go a long way. So anybody who is not donating should please come forth and donate. And one thing I want to tell some of our people back home is not every time you just pick your phone and be calling. One called me yesterday and was almost going to bite my head off. He said to me, why are you telling me to come and donate money for you? I said to him, you are not coming to donate money to me. The link is connected to Biafra Liberation account. It's not, you are not donating it to me. He said this and that and that and that. He kept on talking and finally dropped the phone on me. But what I want to tell them is that you are the ones at risk in homeland. Stop pretending that you don't have money, because we know you all have money. Every time we go on the internet, you will see them wearing shine clothes, doing party, wearing shoe and bag, everything to match, forgetting that there is war in homeland. You are all very wealthy back home. If you go to Onitsha market, one oga in Onitsha market can sponsor this our freedom. Another one in Idumota, Lagos, can sponsor this our freedom. Because we cannot be talking and begging people who are very sensible. You are there, they are using a caterpillar to bulldoze your houses. You are there, they are burning your shops. That is the money you would have donated for Biafra. And they are destroying everything you have, and you people are still sticking there. Then those in the villages, they will abduct them. You will go and look for money and give to the Fulanis. Like the Ukochukwu that was abducted some years back at Isochi. He's from Isochi, according to him. His church paid 100 million. It's not mere talk. The man was talking by himself. I have it on my video section on my YouTube channel. His interview, he said that they paid 100 million, his church. But now, some of you will still pay them that ransom, and they will buy the person, unalive them. So why don't you bring that money? Do we really have to be begging you people? Every day we will be here talking, giving ourselves headache, because we want to please people to come and fight for their freedom. Do you want to continue to be slaves to Fulanis? That's the way they see you people. If you are in homeland, you are slave to Fulani. Whether you like it or not, you are. Or you go abroad to go and work. You will study. I've seen a doctor in this country working like an auxiliary nurse until she did some courses, she told me, and I don't know how they call it, housemanship or something, and she qualified again on that line and started practicing as a doctor. You know? So, my people, why do we have to keep locking ourselves into this jail of Fulani people? Because they are the ones causing all these problems for us. They are the ones. I saw Shetima shaking hand with Alex Tobb. That Alex Tobb, there are so many pictures he took with our PM, and they are in the same party. But the man doesn't care. All he cares about is the interest of his own country. That's all he cares. Oyibo, they are very funny people, and we have to follow them that way. So coming here to analyze, to define, to do this and do that, as I always say, the nitty-gritty is a gemma. A gemma will save us all this long talk. Talking from morning till night to matured men and women. All those who live in America, some of them, they don't even care. Maryland used to come with a lot of donations. Now they don't even donate anything anymore. You know? So we don't have to keep crying when we know we have the fund to raise money and show these Americans that we have gone to complain to on the 18th that we can do this. For them to ask us, do you have soldiers through our APM, means that they have something coming for us, but they are waiting for you. So it is now down to us to act. There is no fine language or good information or good update that we will give you other than a Gemma. We need a Gemma. We need it. Share whatever you have. Bring it to Biafra. We need money. We need funding. Good soup na money maker. You cannot be expecting to be free by talking. Nobody has ever done that. I've never seen it before. It's by action. Because even if you are praying to God, you don't fast, you don't go to church, you don't really punish your body in order to show God that you are really penalizing yourself, God will not forgive you because he's a jealous God. So anything you want in this world must be costly for you. And if you go to the market and you want to go and buy maybe shoe or handbag, and you go and buy Akuchie handbag, in 2 weeks, it will spoil. But if you go and buy Gucci, 20 years, you are still using it. So we need, something must cost you money. Let nobody keep saying, is it every Saturday we will be doing donation? Yes, we have to do it. If we are really serious that we want Biafra to come, that is all. We need money. No fine English, no fine word that will give you Biafra. Only fine money. Good money. That's what will give us Biafra. So for us to be here talking every day, morning and night, 3 to 6, 7, 8, 9, is all about the donation. Money, 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 money. That's what will give us Biafra. Otego anyị nọbara ọgụ with ndị Fulani. Not today. Since the 2020s. Even before then. Before Aba women riot. Think of it, 1926. Till date, we are fighting. Ojukwu did his best. Ogbunigwe was there, flying left, right, and center. There was blockade. Everything. Did Biafra come? So, my people, this congressional briefing is an open door. At least it has shown the world that if Americans can relate with us, if Americans can give us their Congress room to go and do our briefings for the world to hear us, that we are not terrorists. We are nothing but freedom fighters. We want to be free because it's our natural, is our right from God. And we have to assert ourselves in that way. And if that is the only way, so be it. We don't owe anybody any explanation. All we need is money. Sometimes I will be reading through comment section. People will say, oh, don't mind them. One is here now because I'm streaming this very space. One was saying that we are deceiving our people, that we are fools without brain. Fine. I say, okay, it's okay. But one day you will be sleeping in Nigeria and you will wake up in Biafra. Yes, we have to keep pushing, my people. Donation, donation, donation. Thank you all. All must continue to hail Biafra. Thank you, everyone. And let's not give up. We have done so much. And I praise my APM. My APM, Ibu Odogwu, Okwa Odogwu Dike na Dimkpa. Okwa Gunyelga Melekwa Ginaka. We love you so much. We love you. You have proven to your enemies that you are not an easy pushover. You are not the kind of man that they thought you are. That you are a man with many powerful attributes in you. We love you so much. Thank you, Biafrans.
Thank you, Minister Mama Betty. Thank you so much for your submission. Yeah, friends, we have to, manage the time. We have 20 minutes more. to end the space because of fundraising. So please let's manage the time so that others can talk, okay? Yeah, because we have to close 30 minutes early. I don't know if we extend, if our minister will be angry. I don't know. Should we extend extra 15 minutes? I don't know. I don't know. My co-host, Yala, you have the mic. Toti, are you there?
Yeah, am I coming out to talk?
Yes, Toti, you are coming out. What do you think? We add extra 10 minutes? Will our minister be angry?
I'm not the information minister, and I think he will be angry. So let's obey and follow every law that is
Okay.
being
Okay.
collected down for us to follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to collect suspension tutors. Yeah, thank you very much, tutors, for hosting us. Although I've been battling with a network issue, they have been kicking me up and down. With every 5 seconds, they will kick me out of the space. But finally, I'm here now. Let me just because of time, let me just, I know so many brilliant speakers have made them very good and informative submission today, and I believe all the explanation and clarification that we have been giving the Biafran people to really understand what really took place 2 days ago in Washington, D.C. I think is enough for them to understand what really took place there on the 18th of September 2025. So let me just take this few minutes that I have here to to appreciate every one of us. And first of all, I want to appreciate our Supreme Leader, Mazi Mandekano, and also pray for a quick recovery from the illness that is passing through over there in the Nigerian terrorists and VSS and facility. So, and I also want to urge every one of us to put our leader, our Supreme Leader, in prayers so he will get well soon. And also our Prime Minister that is being held unjustly in Finnish jail. I want to appreciate him for all his effort and doggedness, and also his consistency in making sure that Biafra becomes a reality. And I also want to appreciate our acting Prime Minister for all that he has been doing up to this moment. Guiding the template that will give us Biafra, and then that template is the Biafran Republic government in exile. And I thank him for all his efforts and all that he has been doing in making sure that the quest for the freedom of the Biafran people was not hijacked by these shenanigans that have been constituting musings all over the places, and most especially on social media. And I also want to appreciate every cabinet member that have been standing strong and also standing on the path of truth in making sure that we, the Biafran people, keep fighting for our freedom. And I also want to appreciate all the great speakers in the House. Mazi Emeka, Socrates, Mr. Betty, and every one of us here. Because of time, I will not have time to call everybody here. And also want to appreciate our tutors that is hosting us as well. He's a great speaker and orator as well. And also my brother, my co-host, Bola, greetings to you. Our own Emeka Ulagumazi, the minister, and greetings to you. We saw your effort in Washington, D.C. on the 18th of September 2025. We really appreciate you, and we say, may Chukwuka continue to bless you and every one of you that make it a success on the 18th of September in Washington, D.C. Marvin, also, my brother, I greet you. Madam Inky, our only Madam Inky, I see you. Our own COS to the acting Prime Minister, Mr. Snow, I see you. Greetings to you. Our own Kubeno Wabo, Biafra, Free Energy Tech, Ways, and every one of us here. What we all need to understand now is that, yes, Biafra has been put in a global stage now. Biafra is in the center stage for global recognition now. And now is the time for everyone of us to buckle up and start doing the right thing. Now is not the time when we come up here and start reminding every one of us out there what to do for us to get our freedom. Now we have been able to give our first briefing to the Congress of the United States of America, and it has been acknowledged by the Congress of America. So now it's not left for every one of us to make sure that that fire that has been set did not go down. And then we all know what it will take or what it takes for us to get our freedom is all about a Jima and Jima. And today is our weekly fundraising. I want every one of us to take out our time to come to the fundraising, one Ejima, two Ejima. It's something is going to go a long way regarding the pursuit for our freedom. So every one of us are expected to be there. Start calling your family, start calling your friends, and start preparing them for the fundraising that is coming up in few hours, in a few minutes time or in an hour time, because we'll soon be shutting down the space. So please, every one of us need to, stand tall and stand strong. Ignore whatever distractions that all these badly behaved individuals from the Fulani camp to the Ku Klux 2025 camp, from the IPOB Nigerian camp, and also the Nigerian sponsored what they call the content creators, the Nigerian sponsored content creators that are carrying lies and propaganda all over the places. Although we have foreseen this event that is happening today, and we are not surprised because if they are not doing what they are doing, that means we as a people are not doing anything. So for them to be spending such money, to pay all content creators in social medias and also all these sleeper groups, the Ku Klotters and also the Fulani to be distracting what we are doing shows that yes, we are hitting them hard, and that should be a source of encouragement for every genuine Biafran. When your enemy becomes worried because of the progress that you're making, know that yes, that you have already defeated that your enemy. We have already defeated our enemies, and then we continue to cry while we continue to progress, while we continue to push further towards our freedom. And then we have made it known to the international community and the world at large, and even to our enemies, that yes, we will continue to resist them, that we are not going to stop until Biafra is fully recognized and restored as a sovereign and independent nation that will start doing business with the international community and most especially recognized by the United Nations. So please, what happened in Washington, D.C. on the 18th of September 2025 is a milestone achievement, and that is why you see every one of them running Gaga, because they understood perfectly well what really happened there, but they are trying to downplay, they are trying to convince you, or confuse you, sorry, not convince you, they are trying to confuse you that whatever that happened there on the 18th of September is just, the way they are putting it out there in social media. But if what happened there is not something significant, the Nigerian terrorist government will not go all the way from their terrorist camp in Nigeria down to the United States of America to protest against it, because they know the significance of that briefing that happened 2 days ago in Washington, D.C. So ignore all the noises all over the place and be focused. Now Biafra is facing us, we are facing Biafra. So all we need to do now is to push further, grab Biafra and run back to Biafra land. That is what I have to say to every one of us. And I'm very happy. I'm even still celebrating. And I also want to say congratulations to every one of us for that milestone achievement that happened 2 days ago in Washington, D.C. Because I'm still in celebration mood, though. I don't know about any one of you, because it was big. It was big. I'm telling you guys, it was big. It's something that myself, I'm giving myself, maybe I will continue celebrating this maybe 2 weeks. Let me just celebrate it for 2 weeks. You understand? So just keep that ears. You know, whenever you see those things they are putting out there on social media, don't ignore it. They are trying to distract you. The more you keep ignoring them, the more they will keep getting tired and then vanish out of social media and give you space to do your thing, do something that is very resourceful, that will benefit the Biafran people and also benefit our unborn children in future. So they are gone. They are dead as dodo. According to the former legal counsel of our supreme leader in the person of Mike Ezekome, we say it is dead as dodo. So all these their propaganda and lies are dead as dodo. It's not shaking us, it's not moving us because we have been able to speak to authority, to higher authority. We have been able to speak to higher powers and they have listened to us. You understand? So that one is enough for me. So any other thing that is going by, that is going on sideways, or I don't care to know about those things, and I also want everyone, of course, not to pay attention to all these things because they will always come to distract you and confuse you from derailing from what you're doing. So thank you, tutors. We don't have much time, so that's just what I have to tell everyone. Of course, continue your celebration and congratulations once more to everyone. Of course, I use my mic. Tutors, I use my mic now. Thank you very much. Yeah, if tutor is not there, hold on. Okay, tutors.
I was wondering why you say you yield your mic. You are co-host now. How about Titi?
I don't know where it's going to.
Yeah, we should give to. I think this is Stella, right? I'm not wearing my.
Yes, allow her to Stella.
Okay, senior citizen. Okay, Hola, you want to talk before senior citizen?
No. Auntie Stella,
Okay,
should go
senior
ahead.
citizen.
Then
Go ahead. We have just 10 minutes. Yeah, so we'll manage the time. Go ahead, ma.
You called me?
Auntie Stella, please, mic is yours.
Sorry. Did you call me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, because we have little time to go. I just wanted to salute everyone, you understand, and just give my just a sentence to your topic. What exactly is a congressional briefing? A congressional briefing is a way to communicate information to your plight, your case, your whatever to the law or policy makers. Shikana is a way to communicate, pass information, pass your anger, pass ihe ha na-emebucha gị manya ihe niile Nigeria na-eme gị, pass anya to policy maker, they will take it up from there. So today is Saturday. Today is Saturday and it's our fundraising. Come one, come all. Now we know better what we are doing with the money. You understand? I hope all this accountability, it will become clearer to you now, or where all your money is going to. Your money is going to medication, your money is going to logistics, your money is going to lobbies, your money is going to. Yeah, I'm sure that 18th, then when they bought flags, they prepared the flags, they did this. It's not free. We are a government. Have you ever seen a government without money? Go and ask Ukraine. They will tell you how much they've spent and they are still looking and begging for money. Then imagine us that we don't have a helper. Please, any amount you have, please bring. We need it. We need it. Oh, we need it. So I want to shout out. In fact, I want to thank you. Is it in arrears or how do you say it, tutor? Is it in arrears or 30? Is it in arrears or I want to thank you
In advance.
in advance? Thank you. I want to thank you in advance for the funding you're going to do already. I said, God bless you, replenish you, replenish you. I also want to use this opportunity to pray for Mazen Nandekano, that the healing, wherever his body is aching, we pray that God will heal him, that the water he drinks, the food he eats, let it be medicine unto him in the name of Yeshua. We pray healing all over him. We also pray concerning our PM, that soon that he will be out, that there will be effect, a tangible physical effect on the appeal that we are appealing. In the name of Yeshua, I pray that even his case will also be brought up more in the congressional briefing and hearing that is coming, because hearing must come. In the name of Yeshua, I pray victory for our military, victory for our angels. Because word of God says, he who diggeth an evil pit will fall in it. So far as terrorist Islamic Nigeria government military, I continue to dig evil pit against our BDF. They themselves, the terrorist Islamic jihadist Nigeria military, they will continue to fall in the same destruction they are digging for our angels. For our angels, it is well with them. Victory is theirs. Winning is theirs. Success is theirs. Protection is theirs. In the name of Yeshua, it is also well with all my brothers and sisters here. God bless all of you. And any prayer request you have that you have been waiting for God to answer, receive it in the name of Yeshua. Receive it in the name of Yeshua. You are the real good men and women. God was looking for people to stand in gap, to be able to liberate his people. And you have said, see me, use me. God will bless you. Bless Tutor, bless Toti, bless Holland, bless Stella, bless Real Snow, bless Mecca, bless Betty, bless all of you. Eunice, Ashton. Let me see if you're not many. Can I close the space for you? Are you about to close, Tutor? Okay, so I go saluting. When you want to close, close. So I salute you, Minister Betty. God bless you. I salute you. Mahazi Elias is a good man. God sent. God bless you. Sister Eunice, I salute you. Solomon, David Nana. Madam Nki is here. I salute you. God bless you. Replenish your pockets. Senior citizen Benowabo. God bless you. Replenish your pockets. Ada Betty. Nweze. 1 million. Freedom for all. As we move to the fundraising venue. Ihechi, God bless you. Oh, in advance for what you're going to do this evening. Augustina Ugo. Augustina Ugo, God bless you. Eddie Funky, God bless you. Nelwem is here, oh, God bless you. Thank you for what you're going to do in advance. Simon Eba, Alex the Great, God bless you. Mwachukwu, God bless you. CEO Shekina, God bless you. Chichi, God bless you. Babe, God bless you. Mazi Anakoranam, God thank you. Biafra Vision, thank you. Simon Eba, MNK Ike, God bless you. Oje, thank you. Emeka, thank you. UC, thank you. Monday, thank you. Alozie, thank you. James, thank you. Angulika, thank you. Angela, thank you. Onyeze, thank you. Obiora Obiefuna, thank you. Asiegbu, thank you. ZWOPLUS thank you. Sacred, thank you. David, thank you. Jonah, thank you. Williams, thank you. XSS, thank you.
Senior citizen, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. If not, Minister Snow will not talk. He's on mic. Thank you. I love you. It's almost a time for fundraising. 30 minutes more. Thank you, sister. I love you. Minister Snow, everybody there, thank you. Oh, thank you. God bless you. Minister Snow, you have the mic. Snow citizen, thank you so much. God bless you.
Oh, my own senior citizens, greetings. I'm sorry, everyone. Inside the place I am right now, I shouldn't actually be on the phone, so I'm going to go direct to what I wanted to say. Greetings, everyone. I want to stand on my senior citizens' protocols because I'm sure she She was ready to call even those who are on anonymous. They think she can't see them, but she can see them all. So I stand on the existing protocols. But I just wanted to point out to Biafrans and all those who are listening to us, as we were in Washington making a difference for not just Biafrans, but for all persecuted people in the all persecuted indigenous people in the geographical location called Nigeria. The Nigerian state was having a chit chat with terrorists who were threatening them that if they made more noise, they will all be wiped out. So if you're listening to us, or if you are going to listen to this space, or if you are an international observer or a hater of Biafra, I want to ask you a simple question. Would you rather have a deal with the devil or have a deal that will secure the lives of people? What we were doing in our congressional briefing was seeking for a deal that would save the lives of not just Biafrans, but like I said uh, while I was there, it's a deal that is going to secure the lives of people. Meanwhile, as the Nigerian terrorist states were having deals with the with the terrorists, their fellow terrorists, our leader Mazen Namdekanu, the man you call your Onyendu, the man you said everything he has said has come to pass, was locked up in a dungeon by the same Nigerian terrorist state. Now, the question to you is, which would you prefer? Would you prefer the deal with the devil or a deal that will secure your lives? You know, our people keep acting as if what we are saying doesn't make sense, or what we are saying we are seeking for trouble, or we want to cause chaos or havoc anywhere, forgetting that what we are doing it to make sure that they can see tomorrow, that their families can have food on their table, that their children will be able to dream and see their dream come to pass. That is what we are doing. So I'm going to keep it short, and tutors, we can go till 12:45 just to give more people the opportunity. I saw David Nana, he just came up and I think they threw him back down. All this while when you've been on this space, until now that I took the mic, I've not been able to hear anybody speak for more than 30 seconds. Once I come in and I'm in there in less than 30 seconds, they make it in such a way I can't hear anything anybody's saying, even though I'm on the space. So if people still want to say something, yes, we can stay till 12:45. I believe if the Minister of Information is gonna speak ill of it, he would speak it directly to me. So we can go ahead and extend our time. Please, Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to know that our quest will not only save the lives of just our people. We are not fighting a selfish fight. We are fighting a fight that generations that will come will speak of it in good ways. You know, they will speak of it in good ways, in great ways. Come out and support your freedom, join hands. Let's get rid of these terrorists and jihadists. In a post I made today, I made it very clear. The jihadists, they won't stop unless you stop them. If you don't stop them, they will keep killing you. They will keep killing you. Like the retweet of the post I made was from our sister Tutor, where she said the jihadists is it in Somalia? They're telling the Christians that is either you turn to Islam or you starve to death. Is that what you want for your families? Is that what you want for your families? Why all the hate against the people who are trying to save your life? The hate is not necessary. Let us join our hands together, get our freedom, secure our homeland, secure a brighter future for the children born and yet unborn. That will be doing God's work. If you want to join us to do God's work, make your donations, whether anonymously or you want to tell us who you are, whichever way you want to, just do it, but do it the right way. Forget all the people who are distracting you. There's always going to be distractions here and there. That is what comes with freedom fighting. It's never going to be easy. May God bless us all, and I hope to see you all in the fundraising. Sister Kiru, I saw your post earlier where you were asking the enemies of Biafra if, oh my, I don't know if even speaking about it makes me look like I'm just responding to these monkeys. You know, yes, we rented the congressional building. Man, you guys are so great to rent the congressional building. That's first time in history. Someone is renting the congressional building. So, hey, kudos to you guys for renting the building. You've made history again, if that's what they choose to say. Darling everyone.
Dalo, our original CEO, is thank you for giving us extra time. If you give us extra time, who are we to say no? Thank you so much. Please pass the information to our information minister that you've extended our time. Oh, thank you so much. God bless you. So we have 10 minutes. David Nana, where are you, King David? King David, King David, King David, where are you? Oh my God.
It's a challenge of network. I keep coming up and I'm bringing him up again.
Yeah, I think internet is dealing with him. King David is okay. Let me give to him.
He's requesting.
King David, go ahead now. Oh my God, he has dropped again. King David, this time is for you. What is wrong with your internet? Oh my God. Stanley just joined now. Where is he? Where is he? What is going on?
Let me bring David up.
Okay. David, are you there? Oh my God, this time was for you. I also brought up Stanley, but I can't find them again. All right, Biafran, so we've had it all today. While we are waiting, okay, David is back again. Okay, go ahead, King David. Again, he has dropped. Shuada. The battle is between Stanley and David. Stanley and David. Oh my God. What is going on? So, Biafrans, we've heard it all today. We've seen and heard the importance of hearing, or sorry, briefing.
I just brought Stanley up now.
Yeah, okay, Stanley, go ahead briefly before David will pick the mic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, my sister Toti. Tutos, I greet you, my brother Toti. Holland, I greet you, my very good brother. Emeka Orawo, Amy, I saw you that day. Mr. Betty, greetings to you. My honorable Mr. Snow, I greet you, my brother. So, fellow Biafrans, I greet everyone. I was hearing when Tutos was announcing about time. Though I've been trying to come up, but my network has been terrible, so I've been struggling, keep dropping. So I just want to, say a little thing concerning the topic. Relatively, it was similar to the topic we had yesterday. So, it's an opportunity that some of us are not seeing the way we should see it. It is the biggest opportunity that anybody would have expected. Nobody would have expected what we have at this very stage, at this very point in time. Most people would think it's something that would take a very long time, and most people would think it's an impossibility. But then it happened. And believe me, that is why some people are still kind of, confused about what took place, because they had doubt, because they expected that such thing is meant to take years to take place. So when they see it happen, they were marveled. Sometimes when something you think it is impossible happens, you begin to how come this thing happens so quick, happens so fast? Then they forgot that this has been the efforts our APM have been putting in, the work he has been putting in. All those while he used to go there, some used to say say his photo, they used to laugh, they used to think he's just going there to take pictures, and maybe they are even mocking the bag he used to go along with him. In all those time, they don't know it's work. He's putting in work, serious work. If you go to our APM's timeline, you see so many pictures he has taken with this congressman. And you think all this while it's a joke,